outrage over a doll. Barbie wearing a burqa has caught the attention of eyes all across the world. Does this set women back, or is it just a way to honor Muslim traditions?
Well, we are joined this morning by Brigitte Gabriel. She's a former Middle East journalist and author of the book, They Must Be Stopped. Nice to see you this morning, Brigitte.
Thank you. Glad to be with you.
All right, what was your first reaction when you heard about this new controversial Burka Barbie?
It is really such a shame that we are seeing now the oppression of women being exported out of the Middle East and into the rest of the world, as we see a radical Islam on the rise and a reversal of the Islamic moderation that dominated the Islamic world for the last 100 years, really start reversing back into radicalism. The burqa is a symbol of women's oppression. It tells a woman that you are irrelevant, that you are invisible, that you should cover your shame. At least this is how it's looked at in the Islamic world in the Middle East. And now it's being exported to Europe, to the United States, to the point where girls are even killed in the United States and Canada for refusing to wear the burqa and wanting to wear Western clothing.
Are women and societies in the West oblivious to what it signalizes, what it means?
Yes, they are, because in the West it's being promoted as, you know, this is a cultural expression. We want women to express their cultural freedom. This is not a fashion statement. This is an expression of an Islamic religious doctrine called Sharia law, where women are forced to wear the burqa. It is not a choice. And as someone who was news anchor for World News in the Middle East in the 80s and traveled all over the world, we are seeing now that while women, even in Islamic countries, were not wearing the burqa back in the 80s, at least not in the numbers we are seeing now. Today you are seeing it enforced all over the world. I discuss in my book, They Must Be Stopped, how the Barbie burqa began coming to the United States as early as 2003 as gifts sent to Muslim parents from the Middle East to Muslims in America for promoting Islamic values. And this is really what it's all about, basically bringing women back into the age of oppression, into the age of you are nothing, you have no value, and we want to cover you up, we want to cover your shame.
Mattel, which has made these, now there are only about 500 of these available, and they're going to be at auction, but one of the company directors for this project said, bring on Burka Barbie. I think it's a great idea. I think this is really important for girls, wherever they are, wherever they're from. They should have the opportunity to play with a Barbie they feel represents them. Do young women in the Muslim world look at this and say to themselves, this represents me, or this represents more my oppression?
This represents more my oppression. Remember, women in the Middle East are fighting this oppression. Look what we saw in Iran just a few months ago.
Right.
The movement in Iran, I mean, they are sick and tired of morality police.